I intentionally damage my shins to keep them not fragile, to keep them from getting
the shin splint.
flinchy.
We lost visual monitor.
When you hit your shins on anything, it hurts generally. So I try to keep some kind of layer of something on there, if not muscle, then callus. I don't know.
Steely Dan. Steely Dan.
Let's get back from me talking about my ass. So Countdown to Ecstasy, in the classic tradition of great Steely Dan albums, it's ugly, but it has a nice...
Well, it was changed by the...
it was changed.
Yeah.
It used to be 3 figures, and then they changed it to 5. Like, this makes any difference.
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
Anybody would look at it and go, oh, that's a representation of the band. It's so stupid. Man, can you imagine? Imagine being a fucking high-powered jazz rock fusion ensemble circa 1973. And, you know, you cut a deal with MCA or whatever, blah, 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 and their art department fucking farts out this thing, and you go, huh, okay, whatever. I mean, damn, time after time. The first album, Can't Buy a Thrill, is horrendous. It's just a hideous album.
Oh, as he's talking about the artwork, folks. He's not talking about the lyrical musical content,
No.
which is
Great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. They didn't put out a bad album. Well, until... Okay, so maybe it's time to discuss the later years. You know, because I say they didn't put out a bad album, but post-Gaucho releases...
Yeah, that's...
Where do you stand on that?
Well, it goes from where you could pick and choose your session men who they have chops and they bring certain things to the table that are necessary, and then it's session men that are competent and they're what you got, and that's it. That's the difference, because there's solos on To Against Nature, not the song, but there's solos on that album that shouldn't be on there.
Yeah.
They're not finished.
It just doesn't have the warmth and character of...
No.
And I don't know, I recently listened to... I put on a playlist on my little player device.
Right.
And 81 songs, I believe it came up to. Wow. And yeah, I only had to get up to skip those.
I mean,
there's some that are listenable, you know.
Absolutely. Jack of Speed is fantastic.
It's all right. Cousin Dupree. But then you get Pixeline and Lunch with Gina and...
But Jack of Speed. Jack of Speed is, to me,
as close as they got.
That's as close as they got to anything on.
Yeah, but it still doesn't have that awesome exuberant feeling of the. Yeah, it's still, I don't know.
It doesn't soar. It's got an incredible backbeat, and it's solid, but it does not take off.
Yeah, it doesn't have the variation on the horns either. No. It's got the same lick. Every time.
And Donald Fagen, I can tell you straight up, his voice got better. But when he first came back and they did Two Against Nature, he was very reedy and raspy. And, this is a dude who's never been comfortable. Or I don't know, has he?
I don't know. He's
comfortable as
I mean, they still do. They do live tours.
I saw when they were.
Did you see them? I was going to ask you about that. This is going to be phase 3 of the Steely Dan.
It was absolutely astonishing.
Did he face the crowd? I mean, was he like to the side or?
He was to the side and not totally facing the crowd.
Yeah.
Behind.
I was curious about
a bunch of keyboards.
Yeah.
But Becker is a little bit more of a, showman.
Yeah, and how about let's give him a hand for changing instruments midstream, you know? It's like, I'm not going to keep up with these bass players much more. I'm going to play some guitar, because there's always room for a guitarist who just does his thing.
As a bass player, I look at Walter Becker and I think, okay, he went as far as he could go, so he moved to another instrument.
And I mean,
Because
think about the heavy hitters that it was making room for around the time of Asia, you know.
Yeah. Listen to, I implore you, listen to Walter Becker's bass lines, if you can, on the greatest of Steely Dan songs. The man is, I don't have an analogy for it. It's like a super ghost skeleton. It's incredible. You don't even know the bass lines are there, but they're there, and they're propping up
And
half of the song.
so whenever I'm listening to Steely Dan, one of the things that I keep recurring is the odd percussion. You're just, if you, depending on the speakers that you're listening to, the room that you're in, you know, you can really hear some strange instrumentation going on there.
Yep.
Yeah, especially in the percussion section. I think it's pretty neat.
Babylon Sisters.
Which has got,
That's Purdy, I believe. That's Bernard Purdy on drums. I think. I could.
well,
be wrong.
I'm not talking about just kit percussion though, because I mean I'm thinking about I'm trying to remember what it is. It sounds like, I mean, they do a lot of bells, the sleigh bells. If you listen real close to some of your favorite Steely Dan songs, you will notice the sleigh bells.
Sleigh bells.
Yeah, that's chimes.
Yeah.
Lots of chime action going on.
Yeah.
There's that mama cat.
Oh, hey, Mama Cat. Wow. She is nice and fuzzy.
Yeah, I wish you could see the pads of her feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
look.
That would be like.
They look like velvet.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a different thing. All right, folks. So, Steely Dan today, we covered the golden years, our favorite albums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A couple albums that, yeah.
I had to come around on Gaucho.
Gaucho is a slow burn, you know. It's honestly, I only listened to a few songs on it.
I really listen to actually most of them, but I get real sick of Gaucho itself, and that used to be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I can. I still enjoy it, but I can see the other side of it.
Yeah,
you know, getting burned on it.
I do enjoy it, but it's very lush. It's extremely lush. You know, I mean, as far as the mixing, the arrangement, it's very full, and it's a but again, I mentioned Babylon Sisters. Which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing you got to get over with Babylon Sisters is the weird out chorus.
You got to shake it, baby.
Shake it, baby. You got to shake it. You got to be down with that.
I got no problem with that.
I was warned about it before.
Well, see, and that colors your mood going into it. You know, it alters your. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a great song.
We could talk about unnecessary, you know, B parts, you know, B harmonies, where they, you know, just for reasons of song composition, they feel like they have to alter the main structure of the song in some way, and oftentimes it comes to shit. Like, why the fuck?
Yeah, but it's, you know, you made the effort.
You don't want Ride of Spring every time, I guess.
No. I mean, I'm not gonna get started on the Police, but you know, we were talking.
We're gonna get started on the Police at a later date.
Right. You know, when
this isn't about the Police.
No. Okay, I won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna get started on that.
This is about Steely Dan.
We were talking about Gaucho.
Yeah.
Which, oh man, here's the thing about Gaucho, man. It has Hey 19. Who the fuck doesn't love Hey 19?
Oh, Hey 19.
Tell me. I mean, as soon as you hear that opening, it's a keyboard and a guitar, and
that song
it's on. That is one of the greatest songs ever recorded.
Yeah, dude. Everything about that is a great
amazing,
great song. That's something that they grew into.
I mean,
you can't make that kind of song out of the gate. You gotta.
It's got swing. It's just incredible. I mean, wow. Yeah. What a song. And that's when I can tell you when I saw them live. 2007, I believe. They performed that like perfectly. Not only that, but Walter Becker did a meltdown in the middle of it. He did like a little monologue about the Cuervo Gold and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it was great.
I was gonna bring up Glamour Profession and how that's nice, funky, but you killed it
Took me a
with
while
Hey
to come
19.
around.
So I'll go to Katy Lied.
Oh wow!
How about Katy
I always
Lied?
forget about Katy Lied, and that has
Katy,
Dr. Wu on it.
and what Katy Lied is covered up with sweet, sweet goodness. I mean,
Yeah, it's real lush.
it's another
It's
another
super-
great one. Man.
It's real lush, but you know, in a I don't know. It's in a good way.
And Bad Sneakers.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Black Friday.
Yeah.
Every time the day after Thanksgiving rolls around, that song gets stuck in my head. You know, Black Friday. Then you got Bad Sneakers, which is great. Great song. Then is it Daddy Don't Live in That New York City?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's
Or
the.
is it everyone's gone to the movies?
That's later. That's
Yeah.
Or is that Countdown too? That's
No. Everyone's gone to the movies is Katy Lied.
isn't.
I'm out.
I know there's Rose Darling.
It's Rose Darling.
Yeah.
Rose Darling is third, and then I think I don't know.
Yeah, we're
we
just freeballing this thing, folks.
I'm not
we didn't have any.
We used to think Rose Darling was about jerking off.
Well, and you know, people used to think that everyone's gone to the movies is about.
Pedophile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I listen to that song often.
Yeah.
And I go there and I don't know. I think interpretations like that say more about the interpreter than the work. But
I agree.
that's just me. We're not talking about sexual psychology. We're talking about Steely Dan, which I suppose is the same thing in some ways.
Oh, I read that thing on a message board years and years ago about that couple interpreting My Rival off of Gaucho.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to repeat it because it infuriated me. They made it all about their kids.
Yeah. And dude,
nursing.
I hear that in it, but
Yeah, but fuck
that.
Ugh. My Rival's a great fucking song. But we were on Katy Lied.
Yeah, we were talking about Katy Lied.
Katy Lied has your Gold Teeth 2, which is, it may as well be called anything else. It doesn't sound anything like your Gold Teeth off of Countdown to Ecstasy. I don't actually see how they complement each other, but you know, whatever. They probably just slapped it on there.
But it's
What's at the end of Katy Lied?
that's the throwback, the little ones, or is that Pretzel Logic?
No, that I usually have bailed by that point. Throwback the little ones. There's one before that where I usually bail. It's not as bad as Can't Buy a Thrill. Folks, Can't Buy a Thrill.
Oh, dude, don't even get started. I love Turn That Heartbeat Over Again.
Man.
Love that song.
I completely, like, as soon as Reeling in the Ears is over, I jump ship on that one.
Dude, you miss out on so much.
I'm fickle, and I completely admit it.
Dude, so you don't listen to good God, what's the there's another tune on there. Shit.
Brooklyn.
No. Well, I mean, I don't like that or Kings really.
I do like Kings.
Fuck the King.
I know.
Fuck Kings.
I know. I agree. It's what is it?
It's Jersey.
What is it? Yeah,
it's Jersey, man.
It's Jersey, and that's what killed me about Turn That Heartbeat Over Again. And I'm like, I can't. It's something nebulous and personal that I don't want to, deal with. It's too Jersey for me in a certain way. I don't know. I completely, admit to being stupid, but